Okay, 1997 to 2015. 18 years since the legendary African filmmaker and, of course, Cameroonian-born Basek Bakobio decided to step up the promotion of the African film industry and precisely African movies by not only producing but by exposing and rewarding works done by other Africans in this domain. And he has been doing that through the Ecrans Noirs platform. Ecrans Noirs is an annual film festival that takes place in Yaounde, Cameroon. And of course, it focuses on African movies, call them black films, films done by African and, of course, black filmmakers. It takes place, like I said, annually in Cameroon's political capital, Yaounde. And so, the 19th episode of this very special film festival is about now kicking off in Cameroon's political capital, Yaounde, and the event, that is the opening ceremony, is taking place at the Yaounde Conference Center with the presence of the Cameroonian government, including the diplomatic mission, and of course, guests who include filmmakers from all over Africa and, of course, the rest of the world. I'm also going to say that filmmakers who have interest in African movies are also there, be they whites, be they Asians, whatever, whatever. And so it's always a crowd-pulling event, especially the opening ceremony of the Ecrans Noirs Film Festival. Okay, and so we are going to have our correspondents in Yaounde, Valery, Dulafe, and Ifaana Qualar, reporting live from the Yaounde Conference Center and, of course, giving us minute-by-minute reports on what is going on at the Yaounde Conference Center right now. I would imagine that people have been streaming to that great center up the hill, up the Mbankolo Hill, and getting ready for the opening ceremony of this great event. Ecrans is doing the 19th episode or 19th edition, like I said, and the brain behind this whole initiative is Basek Bakobio, legendary Cameroonian and African filmmaker. We shall be talking about this gentleman. We shall be talking about Ecrans Noirs. We shall also be talking about other film festivals and just how important are film festivals to the film world. In this very special broadcast session here on Apex One Radio devoted to the 19th episode of Ecrans Noirs that has just kicked off at the Yaounde Conference Center. My name is Ernest. Kanjo. It's a big and dynamic team that will keep you company from now until we end this very special broadcast session. In the studio, I have with me
Gracie Boise. Welcome on board, listeners. Hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. Stay tuned on this special program.
Okay, that is Gracie Boise welcoming you, especially for those of you who have just tuned in to Apex One Radio. And just to indicate that this broadcast is we are simultaneously running this session on Apex One Radio and, of course, YouTube. So if you go to YouTube, just type Apex One Radio Live broadcast. You shall also be listening to this special broadcast session live on that medium, Apex One Radio Live coverage. Go to your computers, get to YouTube, type Apex One Radio Live coverage, and you shall be listening to us live on Apex One Radio through that medium. Okay, like I said, we have reporters who are on standby at the Yaounde Conference Center at this moment, ready to give us live reports on what is going on at that end. Okay, today is the 18th of July 2015. It's exactly 6 minutes past 4. We should be 6 minutes past 9 p.m. out there in Yaounde. We are going to have some music as we prepare the ground to have Valery and Ifaana give us the initial reports from that end. that is precisely from the Yaounde Conference Center end of this broadcast. We also have Marcel Adjik, who will be joining us live from our studios in Valsuch, Switzerland, just right ahead in this edition of, in this special broadcast session. For now, let's have some beautiful music coming to you from Ivory Coast as we prepare to go to Yaoundé. Once again, you're welcome on board.
Le plus gros problème de nous les pauvres, c'est qu'on ne sait pas qu'on a trop de problèmes.
C'est nous on faut rien, c'est nous on faut rien, c'est nous on a rien, mais on n'a pas pitié de nous-mêmes.
Y a pas l'âme dans le pays depuis longtemps pour changer notre condition. Malheureusement, c'est nous on fait pitié. Ça va pas mais on n'a pas pitié de nous-mêmes. On dit pauvre à tort, on a remarqué c'est toujours pauvre qui souffre. Mais attention, on n'est jamais pauvre par hasard. Quoi qu'on fasse, jamais de fumée sans feu. C'est nous on faut rien, on n'a rien mais on a 15 enfants. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? On sait pas si c'est un concours. Tellement c'est compliqué, chacun a 3 jugements. Yako.
C'est nous on faut rien, c'est nous on faut rien, c'est nous on a rien, mais on n'a pas pitié de nous-mêmes.
Papa dans le quartier, grâce à Dieu, président des retraités. Grâce à Dieu, champion de ludo. De damier, fils champion d'Awalé. Après avoir milité dans au moins 17 parties, supporter toutes les équipes. Quand il fait son bilan, BMU a tout ramassé. Son petit jeton, il a tout mis dans le cheval. Plein de problèmes dans la maison. Le plus dangereux, c'est la mort subite. Un repas par jour, précisément à 16h. Après ça fait ta prière pour que demain te trouve. Quand tu regardes tous ces pétards, tu es dépassé tellement il te fait pitié. Mais lui il s'en fout, il n'a pas de problème. Il a plutôt des projets pour son deuxième mariage.
C'est nous on faut rien, c'est nous on faut rien, c'est nous on a rien, mais on n'a pas pitié de nous-mêmes.
Les grandes douleurs sont muettes, c'est vrai, parce que la pauvreté brûle comme piment. On n'a pas les moyens, mais c'est nous on tue sur la terre. On est serré, même notre santé est gérée. Parce que mine de rien, on n'est jamais cardiaque, on n'a jamais prostate, on a toujours palu, souvent diaguadio. Maladie même nous dépasser, c'est ça on peut soigner. C'est parce que pauvre n'a rien, qu'on est toujours gentil, à la fois très chrétien. Mais soyez prudents, parce qu'on est très hypocrite. C'est quand pauvre a réussi que tu vois son vrai visage. Il y a un Dieu pour les pauvres, mais il est écrit aide-toi et Dieu t'aidera. Jésus revient, mais en attendant on fait quoi? Il n'est pas maçon pour venir construire pour nous.
C'est nous on faut rien, c'est nous on faut rien, c'est nous on a rien, mais on n'a pas pitié de nous-mêmes.
All right, this is Sapex One Radio broadcasting from Columbus, Ohio, United States of America. And like I said, we are doing a special broadcast of the 19th edition of the African Film Festival dubbed Ecrans Noirs that is taking place at the Yaounde Conference Center. Like I said, we have our reporters, Valery, Dulafe, and Ifaana Qualar, who are covering the events live, and they shall be joining us to tell us, give us minute-by-minute commentaries on what is currently going on at the Yaounde Conference Center. I would imagine that the conference center is actually filled up with people who have come to witness the opening ceremony of this great annual events. Like I said, this special broadcast will be coordinated from Columbus, Ohio, and of course, Switzerland. We have our man, Marcel Adjik, in the studios in Switzerland, who has just joined us now. Marcel, good evening out there.
Good evening, listeners, and welcome to this special broadcast from our studios here in Waldshut in Switzerland.
So, how is Switzerland this evening, Marcel?
Well, it has been a very sunny, it's already summer here, and it has been a very warm day here in Waldshut with temperatures over 35 degrees Celsius. And we'd like to inform our listeners that this is a special broadcast from our twin broadcast from all our studios and our affiliates across all the continents, from Cameroon, from Europe right up to Asia and to the United States. And we are broadcasting, this broadcast is a special broadcast which is going live also on our YouTube channel, Apex One Radio live coverage on YouTube, as well as on our traditional mediums such as TuneIn app, where you search for Apex One Radio and listen to us on our website www.apex1radio. You can listen to this live special broadcast with our correspondents in Yaounde, Cameroon. Ernest?
Okay, definitely they can listen to us and our correspondents in Yaounde, Cameroon, Ifaana, Qualar, and Valery Dulafe, who will be joining us any moment from now to give us at least the initial reports on what has been going on out there at the Yaounde Conference Center, where the 19th edition of the African Film Festival, dubbed Ecrans Noirs, has just kicked off from that end. We shall be giving you details on this film festival, and of course we shall also be discussing the importance of film festivals, especially to the development of the African film sector. Okay, we have Gracie Boise, we have Valery Dulafe, we have Ifaana Qualar, there is Marcel in Waldshut, Switzerland, and of course Ernest Kanjo. It's exactly 4:14 p.m. here in the studio of Apex One Radio. I would imagine it is 4:14 in Waldshut, Switzerland. Am I right, Marcel?
It's
10:14.
It's 10:14 here in Waldshut, Switzerland. And I would like to also tell our listeners that we are also following many live events of today. The MTV African Music Awards is also going on live, which we are also watching and trying to get minute by minute. Minute by minute feeds from the event.
Hello, Marcel.
Yes, sir.
Okay, looks like our reporters are ready at the Yaounde Conference Center at exactly 14 minutes past 4 here in the studio of Apex One Radio. Let us move on to the Yaounde Conference Center in Cameroon and find out what is going on. Valery Dulafe, Ifaana Qualar, good evening and welcome.
Good evening, good afternoon to you, Ernest Kanjo. Welcome to Cameroon. Welcome to the Yaounde Conference Center. I'd like to say hi to all the team on board there in the United States of America. It is a great pleasure here, Ernest Kanjo. And right now, as we are speaking, I'm being joined by one of our own, the beautiful Ifaana, who is here to keep us company. So good evening, or maybe it's afternoon there over there, Ifaana.
Good afternoon, everybody, and we are in Yaounde for the 19th edition of Ecrans Noirs. And the place is beautiful, the people are here, and we don't wait now. We have Kanjo, right?
Yes, we
He's
have
a producer, and he's an actor. So that's the first person will be interviewing for this night. Kanya.
All right, Ernest Kanjo, we are setting the balls rolling immediately. You're starting with one of Cameroon's, one of the Anglophones best here.
Hello, Valery.
Center. He was here.
Hello, Valery.
Yes, Ernest Kanjo.
Hello, Valery.
Yes, Ernest Kanjo.
Yeah, apparently we have some breakages in
network.
communication, and we are just going to get back the microphone here for a couple of seconds. Once we rectify the communication here from this end, we shall get back to you.
All right, Ernest.
We have a network problem.
Okay. Apparently, we have some few problems with the network connection.
Yeah, it's a network problem.
Okay, we'll just fix that here and we'll get back to Valery. Let's have some music and we prepare the ground to go back to Yaounde.
Le plus gros problème de nous les pauvres, c'est qu'on ne sait pas qu'on a trop de problèmes.
C'est nous en faut rien, c'est nous en faut rien, c'est nous on n'a rien, mais on n'a pas pitié de nous-mêmes.
Y a pas l'âme dans le pays depuis longtemps pour changer notre condition. Malheureusement, c'est nous on fait pitié. Ça va pas mais on n'a pas pitié de nous-mêmes. On dit pauvre à tort, on a remarqué c'est toujours pauvre qui souffre. Mais attention, on n'est jamais pauvre par hasard. Quoi qu'on fasse, jamais de fumée sans feu. C'est nous on faut rien, on n'a rien mais on a 15 enfants. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? On sait pas si c'est un concours. Tellement c'est compliqué, chacun a 3 jugements. Yako.
C'est nous on faut rien, c'est nous on faut rien, c'est nous on n'a rien, mais on n'a pas pitié de nous-mêmes.
Papa dans le quartier, grâce à Dieu est président des retraités. Grâce à Dieu, champion de ludo. De damier fils champion d'Awalé. Après avoir milité dans au moins 17 parties, supporté toutes les équipes. Quand il fait son bilan, PMU a tout ramassé. Son petit jeton, il a tout mis dans le cheval. Plein de problèmes dans la maison. Le plus dangereux, c'est la mort subite. Un repas par jour, précisément à 16h. Après ça fait ta prière pour que demain te trouve. Quand tu regardes tous ces pétards, tu es dépassé tellement il te fait pitié. Mais lui il s'en fout, il n'a pas de problème. Il a plutôt des projets pour son deuxième mariage.
C'est nous on faut rien, c'est nous on faut rien, c'est nous on n'a rien, mais on n'a pas pitié de nous-mêmes.
Les grandes douleurs sont muettes, c'est vrai, parce que la pauvreté brûle comme piment. On n'a pas les moyens, mais c'est nous on tue sur la terre. On est serré, même notre santé est gérée. Parce que mine de rien, on n'est jamais cardiaque, on n'a jamais prostate, on a toujours palu, souvent diaguadio. Maladie même nous dépasser, c'est ça on peut soigner. C'est parce que pauvre n'a rien, qu'on est toujours gentil, à la fois très chrétien. Mais soyez prudents, parce qu'on est très hypocrite. C'est quand pauvre a réussi que tu vois son vrai visage. Il y a un Dieu pour les pauvres, mais il est décrit un toit.
This is Apex One Radio broadcasting from Columbus, Ohio. And we're doing a live coverage of the 19th edition of the Ecrans Noirs Film Festival that is currently taking place in Cameroon's political capital, Yaounde. And we're going back to the conference center where Valery, Dulafe and Ifaana Qualar are back on the line. Valery and Ifaana, back to you.
Are we live right now? Ernest, can you see everything all right?
5 on 5, Valery. Go ahead.
Okay, great. I'd like to thank you once more and to wish you a welcome here at the Yaounde Conference Center. With the permission of the techniques, everything is quite getting well here. Well, Ernest Kanjo, everything is set. As earlier on, I told you here today, we are at the Yaounde Conference Center, Ifaana and myself, Valery, Tatah, Dulafe. So once more, hi, Ifaana.
Hey, good evening, everybody.
It seems like everything is great over there right now.
Everything is great over here. We are at the Congress Hall in Yaounde for the 19th edition of Ecrans Noirs. And beautiful, the people are there, and I'm enjoying the evening. I actually like the evening.
Wonderful. You are quite dressed in a beautiful, nicely looking way, if I may say.
Yes, thank you. I'm looking good. Are you looking wonderful too?
Thank you very much. Maybe Ernest Kanjo and Gracie are doing quite well. Are we okay over there, Ernest Kanjo?
Yes,
We are okay.
we are
We'll get to
doing
you guys
good.
5
We're
on 5.
listening.
And of course, enjoying Ifaana's gorgeous looks this evening,
I
even though we can't see
know.
her.
They're all looking gorgeous. I
Of course,
suspect.
she's gorgeously dressed, really gorgeously dressed, I might tell you.
I wish I could take a spin.
Well, Ernest Kanjo, it is because gradually student in. Maybe we get one of the guests who will be coming here to actually tell us, it is a red carpet reception because this is the opening ceremony of a Ecrans Noirs. It is the 19th edition, as Ifa rightly said there. So Ifa did this an occasion for Africa and Cameroon to actually viralize culture, not only the dressing, not only our food, but cinema in general.
Yes, cinema in general, as many people call it, it is a black screen where you see the best of African cinema, what we have in Africa. That is cinema by Africans, for Africans, and maybe not just for Africans, but for the whole world.
Of course. If basketball is the 19th edition, that is to say 19 years of experience. And it should be noted that Basketball as many of you, he is the creator of this festival, Ecrans Noirs. And the young guy, I might call him, just 58 years of age, and he has been doing quite great. And a little bit of history, for those people who don't know the Basketball, he was one time film producer, and he has won many awards in the film industry. And it is normal for somebody who has won such a lot to give back to Cameroon, to give back to culture, to give back to Africa, and maybe to the Western world in the days ahead.
Yeah, and Basek is somebody who has knowledge of cinema and film. It's not just somebody who just wants to do a carnival or organize a festival without actually knowing what cinema is. But Basek is somebody who studied cinema. He's been into cinema and he's done cinema and he's doing it great.
He's doing it great. Yes. Like you said, Ernest Kanjo, that is how we are seeing at the Yaounde Conference Center. Everything is being positioned here, shots everywhere, just strolling in, red carpet reception. I must tell you, everybody is dressed to kill. And for those of you who know about red carpet reception, say if you know what we say about it, it's all about suits.
It's all about suits, it's all about beautiful satin gowns, it's all about looking good.
It's all about looking good.
Beautiful.
Of course, and as I say, Cameroon and African ladies just like you are quite beautiful.
Thank you again.
And African men are quite
handsome.
That is how we do it. Ernest Kanjo, Gracie Boise. Is there something you need to know before we continue, Grace?
Yes, definitely, Valery. I would like to find out who are the guests who are streaming in to the Yaounde Conference Center at this moment. Are they filmmakers? Are they actors? Are they members of the Cameroonian government? Who are you seeing there at this moment?
Okay, if Ernest Kanjo wants to know who you might have spotted in the red carpet already. Maybe some film producers.
Oh, I spotted just 2 or 3 film producers and English film producers. But the person I really know we had to talk to for some time was kind of quiet. And then we saw Ashok Breeze. Ashok Breeze is an editor and a director. He just directed a movie. And we saw Valery, who is an actor, and many other wonderful actors and actresses. We'll get to see them because majority of the people are in the hall. So maybe when we get into the hall, we'll meet many other people.
Of course, Ernest Kanjo, this is the rush time. Many people are getting in to secure their seats. So everything is being positioned. Everybody is rushing to get into the various halls. And it should be noted, Ernest Kanjo, there's going to be a film production as from 9:30. We'll be giving you the name of the film when we come back to you. It is worth noting also that, Ernest, many people I know you are known about Cameroonian cinema history. Bassett Bakubio, when they talk about him, we talk about the film as Sango Malo. I know you watched it back then. I know I used to watch it when I was a little bit, when I was still a young guy back then. And this Sango Malo won a prize in Milan, that was in Italy, and pushing Bassett Bakubio actually to go in depth when it comes to cinema and Cameroon. And it should be noted, I kind of saw its evolution because it started off in a very minute way, in a very small way, in the dark corners of Yaounde, some small halls in Yaounde right now, Ernest Kanjo, I must tell you, we are standing in at the Yaounde Conference Center, one of the most beautiful halls government made. It's evolved drastically, and we are very happy to be here. So I would like to praise.
Désolé, votre crédit est insuffisant pour continuer cet appel.
Okay, apparently we have...
You have $11.36 remaining in your account.
We'll come back to that. We lost our reporters there. Well, like I said, it's a great distance. United States,
sure.
Cameroon is a great distance. So we're definitely going to be having some of these...
network problems.
Not even problems, but just kind of interruptions. But
from time to time.
Rebounces. We call it rebounces, I guess.
Whatever you want to call it.
Okay. So, Gracie Boise, like you heard from our reporters out there, the decor is being planted at the Yaounde Conference Center with people streaming in to the hall of that event. And I would imagine that the physical decor, especially at the hallway where Valery and Ifaana are currently reporting, should be a fantastic one. And I would like them to...
Very colorful.
I would like them to present that color to us when next they come back on the airwaves. Just to say that we are doing the 19th edition of the Ecrans Noirs Film Festival. Ecrans Noirs began in 1997, and the brain behind this whole concept is Basek Bakobio, who is a legendary African filmmaker who actually got to the spotlight even before he did Sango Malo in 1991. Sango Malo is one of his greatest successes. Wow. It's a movie that, kind of hit Africa, that kind of was an explosion on the African continent in 1991. The movie, like I said, is Sango Malo. And so...
strong man.
Right. So since 97, Basek has been trying to promote the black culture through black films since then. And... it usually takes place for 1 week. The festival usually takes place for 1 week from Saturday to Saturday. It begins with an opening ceremony and ends with a closing ceremony. And prizes awarded to films that were selected, for competition.
Wow, I bet you the place is very colorful, and I can imagine the dignitaries who are streaming in there on this wonderful...
Of course, it's always the entire Cameroonian government that attends the opening and closing ceremonies of this great film festival.
And the international community too is involved, right?
Definitely. People come from
Germany,
from outside Cameroon. A lot of international guests who stream into Yaounde during the Ecrans Noirs week. And... we're going to have, details on this film festival, especially with our reporters who are on the ground at the Yaounde Conference Center, Valery and Ifaana, who were with us a couple of minutes ago before they went off. Okay, let's have some music, then we brace to go back to Yaounde. Okay, we're still doing Ivorian music. We're going to play music across Africa in this very special broadcast.
Yes, stay tuned. Don't go away, guys.
Dere là-bas, beyo anwo. Dere là-bas, beyo ekwo. Yeah. Nandre kule kemyo. Dere là-bas. Nandre kule kemyo. Je serai président. J'y tiens tellement que je suis prêt à tuer. Schéma classique d'une comédie politique. Aujourd'hui on tue des gens qu'on veut gouverner demain. Pays oh c'est combat oh. Yeah. Nandre pour les camions. Koso masala wa wile. devenu ministre. Et on me dit c'est pour que mon pays se porte bien. Aïe aïe aïe, ma patrie se meurt. Sa vie n'est que vice, déjà trop de sacrifices. Pays oh c'est combat oh. Yeah yeah yeah. C'est la crainte de Dieu, l'intelligence, c'est s'éloigner du mal. L'immoral, au-dessus de la morale. On justifie l'injustice, la politique utilise le pauvre. Aïe aïe aïe, la force a beau régner, elle s'inclinera toujours devant l'intelligence. Pays oh, c'est combat oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tu es fou ou tu t'en fous, mais tu nous prends pour qui? Alors de grâce, ne nous fais pas n'importe quoi. C'est la faute à qui? Si tu es dernier de la classe, frapper le maître n'arrangera pas ta situation.
Okay, this is FX1 Radio broadcasting from Columbus, Ohio, United States of America. We hear our reporters are back on the line. Valery, Dulafe, and Ifaana Qualar, back to you.
Thank you very much, Ernest, and welcome once more to the hall. We are inside the hall, already where the ceremony is taking place. And we are through with the official phase where guests had to move in before the hall in the hall. And then as we're speaking, the ceremony is being set. And we are awaiting the first performance for the evening. That is going to be any minute from now. Lights have been dimmed, Ernest Kanjo, the Ecrans Noirs official films for this year when it comes to that is the long films of 92 minutes, and it is a 95-minute film. It is going to. The director is Philippe Lacote, who is from Tunisia. That is the film we are going to be watching here today. Enfant du Soleil, that is the title, Price of Blood, 99 minutes. Motuma, 76 minutes. Those are the 15 competitions. Like the Sikion, 25 minutes still. We also have Hispano da Rosa. We have the Seman de Kumba from Oslo. We have the Superstition, that is from Uganda. Those are some of the films that have been competing here. When it comes to long films, for we also have documentaries here, bits of Antonio. We have La Souffrance, 18 de Sagesse, 2 minutes. Parts of Freedom, 9 minutes for documentary. Another film, Un Simple Parole, 63 minutes for documentary. Tango Negro, 93 minutes from Angola. Next documentary, Le Chemin de la Rumba from Congo Brazzaville, We also have examen d'etat, 92 minutes from Congo, Brazzaville as well. We have 1,949 women. That is another film that has been projected here today when it comes to documentaries, Ernest Kanjo. So we are right now sitting. The ceremony has already kick-started. And Ifaana, I must say, it is beautiful. The hall is full with guests, and we are very happy to be here. Everywhere is good, and the ceremony has just started.
Yeah, the ceremony has started, and we already showed some of the movies that are in the competition and the judges too. And maybe in the shortest time, or maybe in any time from now, we'll sure be having maybe the short movies and some of them. We just think something wonderful to happen because we know for sure something wonderful is going to happen here tonight.
And if I have information that the host for today's ceremony is a beautiful lady dropping from Morocco, so the host for that is the ceremony. Yes?
Yeah, the empress of this beautiful lady, I had the opportunity to interview her this afternoon. Sorry, I cannot remember her name, but she speaks over 5 languages. That's the first thing I noted about her. She's
5 languages, very, very much well dressed, beautiful lady.
Hello, Valery.
Beautiful ceremony. Yes, Ernest.
Yes, could we just know the dignitaries that are in the hall? Usually, the Cameroonian government is represented by some members of government. Who do you see from where you're standing?
Okay, from where I'm standing, Ernest, I must tell you, when I look down, there's a Minister of Culture. If I'm not mistaken, I'm seeing them from behind. So I can't really spot them from where I'm standing. I know because I'm up, we are upstairs and they're like sitting downstairs. So we can actually, from their heads, know who is who because they're quite real down. So we are upstairs. But I promise to give you the names of members of government who are here today because there are 2 entrances, one down and one up. We found ourselves up, so that we could get information about everything that is actually going on. So, with that, Ernest Kanjo, Ecrans Noirs African Film Festival, that is the 19th edition here, and we have over the films that will be competing here today. So, the emotions are getting wild here. People are waiting for those to be the next step to be taken because we are getting closer to the projection of the film. And Ernest, maybe there is something I would like to cite here that when we talk about this great film festival, because you heard that there are countries such as Brazzaville, we have Morocco, we have Angola, we have Uganda, and Cameroon is hosting this very important event, Nigeria as well. So, and it is a good feeling that we are having here. The ceremony has just kickstarted. Although there are some slight issues, I can see Martin Makobi on the stage, who has gone up to actually remedy a little bit of the situation because the listeners or the guests were getting a little bit impatient. But he's given an information, and he is telling us what is taking them a little long to put everything in place. Anyway, it's just technical problems, and he's assuring the population that everything is going to be put in place. And immediately everything goes on. So, maybe we take time at a particular point in time, maybe to see how some people were like sitting beside us, with they were like, just to get us, what they are actually the impressions about the film Noir. So here is some gentlemen, and maybe it's maybe time for us to let us have the phone over to Ifa, and Ifa will definitely shape.
Yeah, with me here I have Nafi Wanji. Wanji is a film director, he's an actor, and he's a producer too, right? So Wanji, you are on the Apex Radio. So just say something. What do you think about Ecrans Noirs?
Am I going to speak in English or French? Ok, let's try in French. Okay. Alors, le festival Ecrans Noirs, je pense que c'est un festival dont tous les Camerounais devraient être jaloux. Ça, c'est le patrimoine camerounais aujourd'hui. Et en tant que cinéphile, en tant que cinéaste, en tant que professionnel de l'industrie du cinéma camerounais, nous devons tous supporter ce festival, qu'on soit du métier ou qu'on ne le soit pas. Et c'est d'ailleurs pour cette raison que j'imagine que vous, aujourd'hui, en tant que média, vous êtes là pour soutenir Ecrans Noirs. Tout comme nous aussi, en tant que professionnels, et beaucoup d'autres ici qui ne sont que des cinéphiles sont là. Donc ensemble, supportons le cinéma africain, supportons Ecrans Noirs et tous les autres festivals de film qui existent au Cameroun.
Wendy, I'm not to understand that you have a festival that you organize. So which festival? There's so many. Tell us what your festival is all about.
Okay, the festival is called Miss Belinda, means Height of Women, or Regard de Femme, if you want in French. And it's just movies made by women. And this year also we create a focus on she for she, means film made by men, but with a strong thematic on women.
All right, Wendy.
All right, Wendy, when you look at the evolution of Ecrans Noirs, the evolution this year, what do you think, as Ecrans Noirs gone positively, the evolution of Ecrans Noirs?
It's difficult to answer right now because we are just in the first day. Please ask me the question 3 days after.
Thank you very much. Ernest Kanjo, we are going to be having something to do. We are having a pause. Yes, a minute of silence for some people who left us. So we just had the moments of silence to remember the great people.
Okay.
And Ernest Kanjo over there at the studio, Grace.
Yes.
We are here live at the Yaounde Conference Center. Maybe Gracie or Ernest Kanjo, was there a question you would like us to take from here, Ernest?
Hello?
Yes, yes,
Hello,
Gracie,
Val?
we are getting you 5 on 5. Yes, Gracie, we're getting 5 on 5.
Oh, okay, it's a little rough here. Please, can you repeat your question again?
Yes, I wanted to know if there is a particular question you wanted us to address from this area.
Okay, Valery, tell us in what mood do you find Basek Bakobio this evening? Is he an excited Ecrans Noirs Film Festival initiator during this 19th edition of the event?
Well, if I got your question right, Ernest Kanjo, talking about Basek Bakobio, I must tell you, he is very calm as usual. He is dressed today in a suit, but putting on his traditional hat as always in the ceremony. And he's greeting guests with a very warm smile. He's open, he's happy, he's looking at everything in a positive angle. And as I must tell you, it's because of him that many people are here today.
Yes.
And I know his spirit, although I'm not there to actually give him a handshake or maybe to measure his temperature, but I must tell you he is much more excited because to bring Africans, to bring Europeans, to bring foreigners into Cameroon for a ceremony like this, I must tell you, it is a warm feeling that he's having in his heart today.
Valery, the last time I witnessed an Ecrans Noirs edition, it was two actors who were MCs at that event. What is the case today at the Yaounde Conference Center? Who are the MCs this evening?
Yes, as Ifaana said, Ernest Kanjo, the MCs, the last ceremony was actually let me use the jargon, MC. or we use the word hosted by this guy from Kanjo. He was called Jean-Jacques Zé, and a lady, Nene Shanzega from the CRTV. But this year, Ernest Kanjo, a lady, so we actually pinpointed to you, it is a lady from Morocco, yes, who was flown in to actually host this event. And thank you very much for asking me that question, Ernest, because maybe it's time for us, Ifa, to bring in Ernest and bringing in a Moroccan, let me put it that way, to host a ceremony like this in the source of Cameroon. Are we opening up when it comes to culture?
What I think is, the Kanwa might be in Cameroon, but the Kanwa is not a Cameroon thing as Patrick rightly said. It is an African thing. Morocco is part of Africa. So they just want to do a melange of all the cultures of Morocco, of Egypt, of Africa. It's an African thing. So anybody can host it as long as it's an African. That's what I think.
Right, listeners, anybody can host it. I must tell you, the choice was quite great. She is looking all, as I exactly said, she's very, 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 very beautiful. And she started the ceremony already. Right now, we are just having some little projections when it comes to partners, the publicity sports passing here right now and then. The things that are going to go to, competition passing here and there. But I must assure you, normally 9:30 was set as the time for the first film to be shown. So right now, Ernest Kanjo, on the forefront and standing on the stage, we have Basket Lacobio and the host from Morocco, who are actually thrilling the population with today's agenda. He's assuring us and he's telling the guests that are going to, that everything has been set, that are going to start everything in a moment from now. But he is welcoming all the people from the various countries. If my translation is good enough, he is actually given credence to the organizing committee of this event, because as I always say, one hand cannot tie a bundle here in Africa. So it was a team for this event to become a success. Because when you're doing another, I must tell you, the tickets, just to get the tickets for this ceremony was not easy, because everything did change this year. It was not as last year where we could have the tickets as we wanted. So we could, it was tough to go through the exercise, but gradually, because people are actually recognizing this event. In those days, people found it difficult to leave their homes, go to the conference center, where it is schools, where maybe it will be difficult for them to go back home for those of us. But for those people who don't have vehicles, looking at the whole share in this country, the whole still, and people are actually there. They were not afraid of the road. They had to strive to come to beyond the conference center and actually witness the 90th edition of the Ecrans Noirs. So we are having the first performance of the day, and let's go. It is a musician correct. Yes, we are going to be having something quite great here, evening. Yes, he's going to do an opera in Kanjo. First, some people don't know we have this kind of music in Cameroon.
Opera, you see Makosa.
Maybe time for me to ask you the kind of music you listen to.
I listen to good music. Good noise.
Good music, and this opera is one of them.
Yeah, sure, it's one of them.
All right, and let's thank you. Maybe we ask you over there, what kind of music do you like?
Well, I can press my fingers on the table for Makosa. That you know so well.
Just Makosa?
Of course.
So you are Makosa?
If it's not Makosa, then it is Sukuz.
Oh my God.
It is Zaiko. Kwasa.
Can you hear that? Oh my God.
All right, you guys are going to have some opera here today. We're not going to give Ernest Makosa. I don't know what goes to sing to maybe goes to sing to Kanjo.
I love Makosa too. I love Makosa too.
Niger hip hop. That is what Grace.
Niger hip hop, right?
All right, then. Okay. Let us, you'll be having it in the background, please. And just try and get the sound from here.
I'll not be able to narrate this to you, but it will be time for you to listen a little bit about
You're still listening there to the live broadcast of the Ecrans Noirs Film Festival, coming to you from Yaounde, Cameroon, precisely from the conference center where hundreds of people have gathered to celebrate African cinema in grand style. And we're getting live reports from Valery, Dulafe, and Ifaana, Qualar, our Central African correspondents. And the event is currently going on, as you can hear from the background. Ecrans Noirs, it should be recalled, is that platform meant to promote African cinema. And to hear the theme for this year's edition is the digital world and training requirements. We shall be talking about that with Marcel Ajik. When our reporters take a break out there in Yaounde. But for now, let's listen to what is going on out there.
Ernest, maybe we now hand you over the microphone for you to do a little bit of comments, meant for us to gather some more facts and come back to you in just a couple of minutes. But remember, we're talking about information. If and myself, we are happy to be here, proudly Cameroonian, as we rightly say, proudly African, proudly. I don't want to call another country, but no, Africa is fully presented here today. The world is here represented in all its forms: culture, music, film, from radio. We are very happy and proud to be at the Yaounde Conference Center, where the 19th edition of the Conference. The population is ready. Jacques Greg Delobo is the one singing opera today. Jean Greg Delobo. I would like you to retain that name, Ernest Kanjo, and maybe look for the historicity and the musical charm that you can actually listen to him sing. It's a beautiful event today. Beyond the concept that in the country, it's fine myself will be right back with you in just a couple of minutes to your studio.
Hello, Valery.
Yes, Ernest.
Yes, would you want to take a respite? Then we give you the microphone in the next couple of minutes.
Yes, Ernest Kanjo. We'll be back with you in a couple of minutes.
All right. Thank you so much, Yaounde. Thank you so much, Valery and Ifaana, our reporters out there in Yaounde. They are currently reporting live from the Yaounde Conference Center and, of course, covering the 19th edition of the Ecrans Noirs Film Festival. Ecrans Noirs is an annual film festival that takes place in Cameroon, and it has been described as one of Africa's biggest film festivals after the Pan-African Film Festival that takes place in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso every year. We also have the Cairo International Film Festival, which is a major film event on the continent. Then Ecrans Noirs pulls thousands of people every year, and like I said earlier on, it is an event that takes place for 1 week, and during the week after the opening ceremony, we have workshops, conferences, This year, we hear there will be 2 major workshops, and the first one will be dubbed 10 Days in a Movie. That is 10 days to do a movie. And we hear participants at that workshop are going to focus on screenplay and directing, at the end of which 3 short films are expected to be produced. The best one will carry home the Grand de Réalisateur Prize. Then the second workshop for the week is dubbed Cinebook, which will focus on the literary works of cinema adaptation. And we hear that workshop is also going to bring filmmakers together. Okay, let's have some music. Then we brace to go back to Yaounde and meet our reporters, Ifaana and Valery.
Dere là-bas, veille à nous. Dere là-bas, veille à nous. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nandre pour les gamio. Yeah. Dere là-bas. Nandre pour les gamio. Je serai président, j'y tiens tellement que je suis prêt à tuer. Schéma classique d'une comédie politique. Aujourd'hui on tue des gens qu'on veut gouverner demain. Pays oh c'est combat oh. Yeah yeah yeah. Nandre pour les camions. Koso masala wawa wile de là-bas, et yo ça comment c'est trop, un peu de respect pour nous. De là-bas, et yo ça comment on assiste à une baisse des valeurs morales. Quelle éducation voulez-vous inculquer à vos enfants? Plus besoin d'école pour devenir ministre. Et on me dit c'est pour que mon pays se porte bien. Aïe aïe aïe, ma patrie se meurt. Sa vie n'est que vice, déjà trop de sacrifices. Pays oh c'est combat oh. Yeah yeah yeah. André pour les camions. De la morale, on justifie l'injustice, la politique utilise le pauvre. Aïe aïe aïe, la force a beau régner, elle s'inclinera toujours devant l'intelligence. Pays oh c'est combat oh. Yeah yeah yeah. Nous fais pas n'importe quoi. C'est la faute à qui? Si tu es problème de nous les pauvres, c'est qu'on ne sait pas qu'on a trop de problèmes.
C'est nous en faut rien, c'est nous en faut rien, c'est nous on a rien, mais on n'a pas pitié de nous-mêmes.
Y a pas l'âme dans le pays depuis longtemps pour changer notre condition. Malheureusement, c'est nous on fait pitié. Ça va pas mais on n'a pas pitié de nous-mêmes. On dit pauvre à tort, on a remarqué c'est toujours pauvre qui souffre. Mais attention, on n'est jamais pauvre par hasard. Quoi qu'on fasse, jamais de fumée sans feu. C'est nous on faut rien, on n'a rien mais on a 15 enfants. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? On sait pas si c'est un concours. Tellement c'est compliqué, chacun a 3 jugements. Yako.
C'est nous on faut rien, c'est nous on faut rien, c'est nous on a rien, mais on n'a pas pitié de nous-mêmes.
Papa dans le quartier, grâce à Dieu est président des retraités. Grâce à Dieu, champion de ludo. De damier fils champion d'Awalé. Après avoir milité dans au moins 17 parties, supporté toutes les équipes. Quand il fait son bilan, PMU a tout ramassé. Son petit jeton, il a tout mis dans le cheval. Plein de problèmes dans la maison. Le plus dangereux, c'est la mort subite. Un repas par jour, précisément à 16h. Après ça fait ta prière pour que demain te trouve. Quand tu regardes tous ces pétards, tu es dépassé tellement il te fait pitié. Mais lui il s'en fout, il n'a pas de problème. Il a plutôt des projets pour son deuxième mariage.
C'est nous on faut rien, c'est nous on faut rien, c'est nous on a rien, mais on n'a pas pitié de nous-mêmes.
Les grandes douleurs sont muettes, c'est vrai. Parce que la pauvreté brûle comme piment. On n'a pas les moyens mais c'est nous on tue sur la terre. On est serré, même notre santé est gérée. Parce que mine de rien, on n'est jamais cardiaque, on n'a jamais prostate, on a toujours palu, souvent diaguadio. Maladie même nous dépasser, c'est ça on peut soigner. C'est parce que pauvre n'a rien, qu'on est toujours gentil, à la fois très chrétien. Mais soyez prudents, parce qu'on est très hypocrite. C'est quand pauvre a réussi que tu vois son vrai visage. Il y a un Dieu pour les pauvres, mais il est écrit aide-toi et Dieu t'aidera. Jésus revient, mais en attendant on fait quoi?
You're welcome back to this special broadcast session here on Apex One Radio, devoted to the 19th edition of the Ecrans Noirs Film Festival that is currently taking place in Cameroon's political capital, Yaounde. We have Valery Dulafe and Ifaana Qualar, who are reporting live on that event from the Yaounde Conference Center. And we hear anytime from now, it will be the projection of the opening movie, that's how they call it, the movie that opens the event. And this year is definitely going to be Timbuktu. Timbuktu is a Moroccan film. Oh, it is directed by a Moroccan, Mohamed Abderrahman. Wow. It's a 2015 movie I hear. It's titled Timbuktu. Timbuktu reminds me of Mali.
Yes, right?
A town in Mali.
Timbuktu. That rings a bell.
Right. And this film is directed by a Moroccan. Mali, Morocco, what relationship? I don't know. But definitely,
I think Timbuktu was that slave crossing area or somewhere in Mali or something like that.
Right. So that should be what the movie is
all about, I guess.
Well, we'll only be doing a guess now here. We don't yet have the synopsis of this movie. And it is making its premiere this year at the Ecrans Noirs Festival in Cameroon or in Yaounde.
Wow.
And we also hear there are films that have been selected to compete there. And We shall also have prizes at the end of the day, which will be on the 25th of this month at the closing ceremony. So we have.
So it's a week-long program.
It is a week-long.
Just a correction: the Timbuktu film came out in 2014. It came out in 2014.
Oh, that's last year.
Yes, that's last year.
Right.
Thank you.
From Abderrahman Sissako and with Ibrahim Ahmed.
Right.
It's a long name, right?
It's definitely it's surely a blockbuster.
In Mali, and it's in Mali. It was shot in Mali.
Right.
Shot in Mali.
And if it's been selected to be the opening film at the Ecrans Noirs Film Festival, it means
then it's a good film. It's a good film.
There is something in it.
Yes, I have to go watch the film myself.
Definitely. And,
I think the film it's a drama. It's a the Frenchman will call a melodrama,
right.
which talks about the daily situations of Chadians, the daily lifestyle of Chadians and the people in the Timbuktu area.
Right.
area.
Okay.
I mean, it brings in some of the vices, of the region.
Right.
For example, it talks about the most dreaded Sharia laws, how they are, how they have impacted the people and the region there.
Right.
Yes, something like that. I mean, what I remember is a film that was talked about in the during the German Film Festival here in the German Film Festival in Berlin.
The Berlinale.
The Berlinale.
Right, Berlinale.
That's a must-watch, Ernest, right? That film is a must-watch.
Definitely, if it's selected to be the opening film at the Ecrans Noirs, it means it is a must-watch.
Yeah.
I mean, it won at the. I think it was also at the Cannes Festival in the 2014 Cannes Festival in Paris, in France, and it's a film that is, and if it's making its way to the Ecrans Noirs today, I mean, it's we can say it's a big innovation this year.
Right.
Fully loaded.
That reminds me of one other film that was staged as the opening movie at the Ecrans Noirs some years back. Hotel Rwanda. Do you remember that film?
Yeah, Hotel Rwanda. See.
That was a big one too.
What we discovered now is that it was nominated for the Oscars. Also, this Timbuktu.
Yeah, this Timbuktu was nominated for the Oscars.
It was nominated for the first Oscars sometime last year.
Wow.
I don't know if it's won. According to our present research that I was just making around here, it came out during. It has been shown. It has been projected in most films festival. But I think it is making its debut in cinema this year in 2015.
Right.
Because it made its first debut in the UK on the 22nd of May 2015.
Right.
And according to a synopsis to the film, whereby it's just talking about a cattle header and his family who reside in the dunes of Timbuktu find their quiet life, which was typically free of the jihadists. The jihadists are determined to control their fate abruptly,
right?
From their quiet life they have been enjoying in this Timbuktu area, and it's it's a story directed and written by Abderrahman Sissako, who also did the screenplay, and starring people like Ibrahim Ahmed, Abel Jeffrey, Tulu Kiki, and a full cast from across Africa.
My anxiety is growing, eh?
No,
my anxiety is growing.
I have to watch
I think it's a film to watch.
Yes,
Definitely.
I think so.
It's the Ecrans Noirs. It's a Ecrans Noirs evening here on Apex One Radio, and we are also live at the Ecrans Noirs. We are also live witnessing the events of this evening. I must commend the formidable effort of our reporters who are out there on the red carpet, who have been on the red carpet and now sitting and watching the film in the hall. They've been doing a wonderful job, especially getting the guests we've been having on air this evening.
Right. And I think any moment from now, we shall be getting back to Yaounde to find out what is going on at this moment. When we left Valery, I think a performance was going on. We really didn't get that clear. And but we're getting back to Yaounde to find out.
I think that was Jacques Belobo, if I'm not mistaken, who was singing Jacques Belobo is a tenor. It's the most popular Cameroon tenor singer.
Is it the guy? Is it the guy with the mighty voice?
Yeah, I think that if I could if I could make it out, that was young Belobo,
right.
who I mean, he's a famous across the world for his tenor voice.
Right. I think I remember him so well. Okay, you're still listening to Apex One Radio in this special broadcast session devoted to the 19th edition of the Ecrans Noirs Film Festival that is currently experiencing its opening ceremony at the Yaounde Conference Center in Cameroon. Just to mention that we are going to have the following prizes this year. There is going to be a Best Movie Award at the end of this festival. There will be a Best Short Film Award. We shall have a Best Documentary Award, a Best Actor Prize, that is a Best Male Actor, a Best Female Actor, and of course, Best Film in Central Africa. So far,
and Ernest,
yes.
You have been following the Ecrans Noirs for a couple of years now. Is this a type of innovation that is coming into the Ecrans Noirs Festival?
You mean the award of prizes?
Yes, the award of prizes, and even I hear there's going to be a film which is going to be shot on location or there and training.
It is not new to the best of my knowledge. We have always had prizes awarded to people at the end of every Ecrans Noirs. But what is peculiar about Ecrans Noirs is that we don't have so many categories as you would have in other film festivals. I think this year we have just 6 prizes that will be awarded. Then talking about films that are shot, during the festival, I think this happens within the workshops that are organized during this event, and it's a way of trying to see what filmmakers can do, within a short space of time. That is why one of the workshops is even dubbed 10 days for one movie. That is, you use just 10 days to do a complete movie with all the cinematographic aspects, that make up a movie. Let us go back to Yaounde and find out if Valery, Dulafe, and Ifaana Qualar are back with us. Valery, are you there?
Yes, Ernest, Kanjo. I hope everything is going on quite well. The program is a lovable one because we are tuned. People are actually getting curious about what is going on, and many of them are asking us which radio station are we reporting live from. So many of them already have their headpieces on their phones because with modern day technology you can have internet as well as radio on one phone. So I must say everything is going on quite well here. Although the ceremony is going on, some people are actually fidgeting with their phones to actually get what we are saying, and I can find them smiling. But as Kanjo, everything is going on smoothly. Right now, as I must tell you, we are having the first ever projection for the evening. That is the main opening film that is actually taking place here. And all lights, the lights are off. I just stepped out so as not to disturb the people who are curiously watching the film. One interesting film, although it is a Moroccan film where it has to be subtitled in the French language. People are gradually, steadily reading the film that is subtitled in French. So we actually are watching a film from Morocco that is the opening film here. Just like to say, hey, it's not because it's Cameroon that we are going to be watching a Cameroonian film when it comes to the opening ceremony. So this is a Moroccan film that is taking that is opening this year's ceremony. And when I was listening to Ernest, we were talking about this idea of conferences, workshops, seminars. Yes, of course, everything has been set in place here. We have workshops, we have seminars, there are formation seminars so as to help people talk about, or help people learn about cinema and its evolution here in Cameroon. And away from that, Ernest Kanjo got still in line with cinema. This period, this week, has witnessed a lot of formation exercises when it comes to jeu d'acteur. When I say jeu d'acteur, I mean what actors actually really need to learn when it comes to their profession, when it comes to giving their best. Because right now I'm in the hall, the main hall of Kanjo, and many people are being taught on how to actually become actors as well as actresses. So it is a booming industry here in Cameroon. I must tell you, I did take some of these workshop seminars here and encouraged to this event. And I must tell you, it is not a full ceremony. The event where many people, I can see the two young girls as young as 14 years of age, participating in such seminars. So, in previous to this activities for hiking up in Yaounde, but in line now, with this after today's launching exercise, we are going to be having projections at the Great Institute. We're going to be having projections also at the Institute House, that is one time called French Cultural Center. We're going to be having projections at the Cameroon Cultural Center and many sections here in Cameroon to actually impose the notion that Cameroonian cinema is one that should be reckoned with. So we have also a very innovative exercise this year, Ernest. We, the population of Cameroon, are going to be fluid by experts this time. It's not only going to be just film projections, no. Experts from in and out of Cameroon will be giving us bits of what is needed to either produce the film or to become an actor before or at the end of each film. So the workshop seminars are to encourage and to help those who want to become whether future producers, future movie makers, future directors, or future actors to actually get the notion that what is needed to get into this industry. Well, Ernest, I'm going to shift a little bit from our workshop seminar. That was just to bring you to the notion that I'm actually getting you 5 on 5 here, but everything is being said. Well, now in the hall, I'm out to actually get the ambiance about what is actually taking place out here. It is all about photo shoots, as Kanjo. Some people are busy in the hall watching the film. Others have stepped out to the red carpet of the Kango. I must tell you, it is a photo shooting with the various guests. Everybody wants to get a picture in order to immortalize this 19th edition. I must say the host of the event, she is like a miss, and many people are fighting to snap with her. She just stepped out a little bit to grab a little bit of air, but many people are surrounded her actually to get some snapshots. Cameramen, when it comes to business.
Hello, Valery.
Yes, Kanjo.
Yes, could you just describe the media coverage of this event? When you look around, do you find TV stations, people running interviews, and is there any Cameroonian TV station that is covering the event live?
Of course, Ernest Kanjo, when we talk about media coverage here in Cameroon, when it comes to Canloa, the first partner, hey, we talk about Canal International. they are transmitting or they are giving the event live to the Cameroonian population. Those who were not able to be here today, those who are home, because as you know, beyond the conference center, not everybody was able to get the ticket for this year's ceremony or to buy it. So for those people who are at home, Canal International is actually doing a great job transmitting the event live. Second to that, we have CRTV that is here with the famous group known as Onset. They are here to actually also take this event and rebroadcast it in the subsequent program. From where I'm standing, I'm looking down. I can see Fox Africa. That is an international TV channel that is here today. They are doing a live report downstairs, Vox Africa, with their center based here in Yaounde. There is an international African channel that is also here today. Now, away from these popular media organs, we also have, I saw a link from Cameroon studio. I saw a journalist from this region of Yaounde here in Yaounde. We just hands a little bit before he moved into the hall. I saw some media organs, Saché, Mijou, and this media organ also known as Wayala FM, TV Mon, actually sent in a representative, and they're also here to take part in today's ceremony. It's a great media coverage here today. Many people are happy. International as well as national press are here represented, because I earlier told you, Ernest, it is not only African or Cameroonian cinema, it is cinema for the world at large, Ernest.
Cinema for the world at large. His name is Valery Dulafe. He is speaking live from the Yaounde Conference Center in Cameroon, and of course covering the 19th edition of the Ecrans Noirs Film Festival. Valery, perhaps you take a respite, then we come back to you later. What do you think?
Yeah, let him go get some rest.
Okay, so it's okay, Ernest Kanjo. Everything is set here. We are ready when we are ready. But just to let you know that, when it comes to opening ceremony, after this film projection, it is going to be the end of today's ceremony. And when we come back, when you will come back to us, as the case might be, we're going to take some guests, because after this film projection, it's going to be the closing remarks, and then we'll get some guests. Those people who made it here today.
Right.
Over to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Valery Dulafe. And like you said, when we hand over the microphone to Yaounde, it will be time to speak to some guests at the Yaounde Conference Center who, of course, will be filmmakers and people directly concerned with the seventh art. Okay, you're listening to Apex One Radio, and of course, we're doing the live coverage of the 19th edition of the Ecrans Noirs Film Festival that is currently taking place in Yaounde, Cameroon. Coordination, Gracie Boise, Ernest Kanjo, and of course, Maxel Adzik from Valsuch, Switzerland. Gracie, do we just have some music, then we come back, or what do you think? Because we still have much to talk about then. But let me find out from you, please, Gracie. Yeah. You come from a country where filmmaking is big business. Mm-hmm. Tell me, what is your relationship with the movies? Are you a movie fan? Do you watch movies often, especially African movies?
Well, I do really watch African movies. I can't say I'm a movie fan, but when I see a good movie with a good storyline, I get interested and I do watch it, Like this Timbuktu, trust me, I'm going to look for it. It looks as if it's a beautiful one.
Definitely. Yeah. And let me pull your legs a little bit, Gracie. Have you at any moment in your life thought that you could also be an actress?
Actually, I know I'm a multi-talented person. I feel it.
I'm saying that because I see this talent in you.
Yes,
Speak well.
yes,
You are a well-known MC in the
Yes,
Columbus
yes,
community.
yes.
You are everywhere.
So,
Goodness.
I think I'm discovering myself a little bit, or people are discovering me a little bit. So I'm not surprised if I find myself somewhere in the film industry tomorrow. So.
Ernest, you have been toiling the film world for quite a long time.
Right.
Do you see yourself in the also in movies?
Say that again, Maxwell.
Do you see yourself in any movie? You've been toiling film sets and.
That's an interesting question because I will refer you to Cameroonian filmmakers who, for the past couple of years, have always invited me to come on set.
For real?
Of course, a lot of them say, Ernest, you have the looks. You can speak some good English. You can even manage some French.
Not all, though. Not all, some, right?
Some, yes. Let me be modest. And you have everything that takes to be a movie actor. Why don't you come on set and do this thing? You know what I tell them?
No.
Look, I am a reporter. It ends there. I don't want to get into something I wasn't meant for. And that is
I think we've seen reporters go into movies. We've seen musicians or even film actors go into journalism. Or there's a common phenomenon that those who actors come on television. What is this trend all about? When we see that it's a common phenomenon that TV stars, the TV moderators are mostly coming from the film world.
Right. Let me attempt an answer to this question, Maxwell. The thing I know, I've worked with filmmakers and actors for a very long while. What I know about them is that they are very intelligent people. They are very diverse in talent. They are very flexible. And what do you have in movies? When you watch a film, you see everything in that film. You see a journalist, you see a doctor, you see a lawyer, you see virtually everything. And if these people are able to interpret these roles,
that's
it
right.
means that they can do anything.
They are versatile.
Right. And that is
But
why
somebody will come in to say these guys are just acting. This acting a role. They are not. They have no aesthetics to this role. They have the professionalism is missing.
I'm going to come there. The fact that they are actors and they are coming to do TV shows doesn't mean that they cannot be coached. They need just a little coaching and they are perfect.
Good.
So the people get them into this business because, like I must mention that getting actors to do TV shows is big business. People do that because, well, they are using their faces,
yes,
and many people would love to watch these people. So it's kind of attract audience, make big money, especially here in the United States. But these people still need media professionals, television professionals to be able to coach them.
Yes, coach and direct them.
And some of them along the line have been able to make it. From the beginning, it begins timidly, but along the line,
you become perfect.
Yeah, they make it. But yes, go ahead.
Are we gradually saying that maybe trained journalists are gradually losing their job? They should also move into the film world.
Exactly. That is my fear. That is my fear. But one other thing, people really have to be careful with what they do. The other way around, it's difficult. Like journalists or media professionals trying the seventh art, it is dangerous. I know of a famous, I don't want to call names, but there's a famous American TV host, a big name. I don't want to call the name. A very big name. who attempted or who ventured into movies, and it was a disaster.
Wow.
It was a disaster. And she hasn't given up yet. She's still trying to get into it. But like I say, she's not just meant for the movies.
Okay.
Yeah. And that is what they should be careful about. Stay where you are. And if you really want to get into movies, please get a coach. Get an artistic director to get you into that role. And I think I can do roles that have to do with maybe radio disc jockey. I don't know. appearing in front of the screen to read television news in a movie, perhaps, yes, but there are just some roles I cannot fit into.
No,
but
I don't agree with you that.
Well, Grace,
anybody, when you are coached, that's the right word. I'm telling you, anybody can do anything.
But
I believe in you are able to do anything.
Well, but for one thing, I may have a very strong head when it comes to certain things.
What do you mean strong head?
Strong head means, look, when I see what actors do, an actor is able to go through a script in a short period of time and deliver it. That's something I cannot do. I don't have that capacity. Honestly, Marcel, this is my
So, come back to the Ecrans Noirs festival, which is holding in Yaounde. Now, there are various workshop and training sessions going on. How apt are these actors? Do you think these actors are after such a brief training session, knowing fully well that in the African cinema lacks this coaching and training session? I will take you back to this the typical setting of African films. You know, we have the typical director of video film does not have that traditional filmmaking background in most African films. Take for instance Nigeria. Nigeria, there's what they call a new crop of directors who range from merchants who as amazed word to just who pumped money into a film project just to make money out of it. Given it that. There is no, we lack this theater, we lack this actors training. Does this film festival cover the need for this training? Is an actor, after 4 days or after a 10-day training session, apt for the film work?
I want to think so to a certain extent, but just to remind you that most workshops that Ecrans Noirs does are kind of focused around film directing, screenplay writing. I mean, the technical aspect of production. I don't remember ever coming across an Ecrans Noirs workshop that focuses on actors. But just to say that these workshops are quite rich. And what happens is true. The workshops take place just a couple of days, and I mean you can't train for just a couple of days and you become a filmmaker. But I really don't call them a training workshop per se. It's just recycling. You know, there are people who have skills already, who've done jobs, so they just kind of come together and they are being recycled. But what is interesting with these workshops is that they actually ensure that at the end of it, short films are produced. That is, short films are the product of these workshops. And these films are also evaluated. They are also assessed. And the idea is to see how these filmmakers can, in a very short period of time, produce films that are meet the standards. I'm talking about international film standards. And along the years...
we're talking about international film standard. We know the African film has a history of ending at not going beyond festivals. How now we have the Ecrans Noirs Festival, which is coming this year with some form of African storytelling in the digital age. Now, how does over the years, how has Ecrans Noirs emerged or fostered the African films to go beyond festivals, not just ending at festivals, to go beyond the festivals, appearing in cinemas and theaters across the world?
That is a question which I think should be directed to Basek Bakopio and the organizers of Ecrans Noirs. But what I know is along the years, Basek has been able to get Ecrans Noirs to a standard, a respectable standard as far as film festivals around the world is concerned. And just to inform our listeners that this is supposed to be the third biggest film festival in Africa after the Pan-African Film Festival in Burkina Faso, FESPACO, and of course the Cairo International Film Festival in Egypt. But Basek started from scratch. Along the years, he put in a lot of effort to make this festival grandiose. And I think if you go to Yaounde now as we speak, you are going to see filmmakers coming from all over the world, especially those who are interested in films done by the black race. A lot of whites are interested in this festival, and I think they have also carried this message across the world. So as we speak, Ecrans Noirs is not only Ecrans Noirs has gone beyond Africa, and I must say it's one of those recognized festivals in the world as far as film making is concerned. So everyone who has had something to do with Ecrans Noirs has gone back home with the message that I need to work hard and harder to be able to meet the Ecrans Noirs standards. And through Ecrans Noirs, I think a lot of filmmakers in Africa and the black race have been recognized, internationally. So Ecrans Noirs, to the best of my knowledge, has covered a great distance, and I think it's a festival which we can press our fingers on the table to bet for.
And we want to remind our listeners that these are journalistic viewpoints and not, we don't have the experts yet.
Not professionals.
I've always said we are not
We are just giving our viewpoints here on the evolution of the African film. Cinema was really introduced in Africa in the early 1920s, but not until the 1960s that we saw the emergence of films made by African filmmakers.
Right.
And then the films made during this period reflected the socio-political realities of many African nations who were going or gaining their independence from colonial power at that time. And these films focused on themes that reflected post-independent nation state building and colonial operation. And we see the trend continued into the 1970s, but took quite a new form towards the end of the decade as African filmmakers moved towards a more revolutionary pattern in their films. If that has been the trend in the African film
landscape,
film industry. Now we have we are moving towards a digital age. We hear of the Nigerian film industry, which is now telling stories in some form of a digital mediums.
Right.
With we've come across stories of the Nigerian film industry becoming one of the biggest in the world, the Nollywood, and it started in the mid-1990s and on to present. We have witnessed this boom in what is called video film. Video film, which is, it was mainly the 90s. I think it was mainly focused in the countries like Nigeria, Ghana. Now recently it is evolving into many other African countries where the phenomenon of which is labeled as video film, or we had what we call VCD, video. Where film was recorded after 2 days. Films were shot in the space of 2 days and pressed on digital medium for home consumption. Yes, that has been that is the traditional. It has been the traditional, what we call, one can say, the traditional cinema in the African milieu.
Right. Yes, I think
now called. Today we hear of what is called videos. More videos, which are being translated into that digital. We can call it digital storytelling.
Right.
And the trend is evolving across Africa. Now we see that one of the things that you will notice now in especially full-fledged, I call it a full-fledged grown industry, the Nigerian Nollywood industry, which is an economic power in Nigeria now. We see that digital equipment which are used in production of Hollywood movies in a couple of months are transported to Nigeria for film production. And we've seen the growth of cinema halls across Nigeria, the building of cinema halls, and a cinema culture has evolved in Nigeria. We see that from the early 20s till now, we see an evolution in the trend of filmmakers of filmmaking by African filmmakers.
I think Nollywood. I always describe Nollywood as a cinema mystery. Prior to what is happening today, I think the world really did not believe that something could emerge from Africa and be so gigantic. Nollywood is a whole
Nollywood was dubbed as a forefront of the new industry, producing over 1,000 video films per year, surpassing Hollywood with an average of 600 films.
Well,
yeah, and Hollywood surpassing Hollywood.
I'm told by reliable sources that new movies emerge from Nigeria every blessed Monday. So you can imagine. So quantitatively, Nollywood is the world's number one. Quantitatively.
Yeah,
and that's
it's a trend in Nollywood. It is not uncommon for African filmmakers to take maybe a few days to produce to produce films. Unlike in Nollywood, where you see people take years to obtain funds for. Hollywood where years to obtain funds needed to make a movie or permissions and the rest. Video films are. On the hand, they have attracted businessmen around town who just pump in money to make in fast cash in what is called today home videos.
I know some observers have held that Nigeria also produces a lot of bad quality films, and that the fact that they produce so many films in a short space of time is not so healthy. But I disagree, because I'm first of all looking at the economy, what that industry has brought to Nigeria's economy, and I think I'm just satisfied with the way things are flowing in that country. I think we really needed Nollywood to send a message across that Africa could also emerge and do something great in this sector. I think we are going to find out if our reporters in Yaounde are back. If not, then Maxel, I'll suggest we
will go to some music.
We'll take a musical break. Yeah,
exactly.
Okay, let's listen to this one. Then we'll be right back.
Adija, hey, Adija.
Si moi t'es mon enroi, Adija, moi t'es que pour richer ça papa moi, Kalista Adija nanga, botika ngai naninga, Adia motema, eko na putu, elenge ya mwasi mele ya kitoko na nzoto, eko bangisanga, si mwen teti mona wa, Adija, botika poriche sa papa mwen, yengetika mwana wa mfaumenga mjohuni kabo Adija, yemali ya mbabangu, voni gansa.
Salomon.
C'est qu'on ne sait pas qu'on a trop de problèmes.
C'est nous on vaut rien, c'est nous on fout rien, c'est nous on n'a rien, mais on n'a pas pitié de nous-mêmes.
Y a pas l'âme dans le pays depuis longtemps pour changer notre condition. Malheureusement, c'est nous on fait pitié. Ça va pas mais on n'a pas pitié de nous-mêmes. On dit pauvre à tort, on a remarqué c'est toujours pauvre qui souffre. Mais attention, on n'est jamais pauvre par hasard. Quoi qu'on fasse, jamais de fumée sans feu. C'est nous on vaut rien, on n'a rien mais on a 15 enfants. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? On sait pas si c'est un concours. Tellement c'est compliqué, chacun a 3 jugements. Yako.
C'est nous on vaut rien, c'est nous on vaut rien, c'est nous on n'a rien, mais on n'a pas pitié de nous-mêmes.
Papa dans le quartier, grâce à Dieu, président des retraités. Grâce à Dieu, champion de ludo. De damier, vice-champion d'Awalé. Après avoir milité dans au moins 17 parties, supporté toutes les équipes. Quand il fait son bilan, PMU a tout ramassé. Son petit jeton, il a tout mis dans le cheval. Plein de problèmes dans la maison. Le plus dangereux, c'est la mort subite. Un repas par jour, précisément à 16h. Après ça fait ta prière pour que demain te trouve. Quand tu regardes tous ces pétards, tu es dépassé tellement il te fait pitié. Mais lui il s'en fout, il n'a pas de problème. Il a plutôt des projets pour son deuxième mariage.
C'est nous on vaut rien, c'est nous on fout rien, c'est nous on n'a rien, mais on n'a pas pitié de nous-mêmes.
Les grandes douleurs sont muettes, c'est vrai, parce que la pauvreté brûle comme piment. On n'a pas les moyens, mais c'est nous on tue sur la terre. On est serré, même notre santé est gérée. Parce que mine de rien, on n'est jamais cardiaque, on n'a jamais prostate, on a toujours palu, souvent diaguadio. Maladie même nous tripasser, c'est ça on peut soigner. C'est parce que pauvre n'a rien, qu'on est toujours gentil et à la fois très chrétien. Mais soyez prudents, parce qu'on est très hypocrite. C'est quand pauvre a réussi que tu vois son vrai visage. Il y a un Dieu pour les pauvres, mais il est écrit aide-toi et Dieu t'aidera. Jésus revient, mais en attendant on fait quoi? Il n'est pas maçon pour venir construire pour nous.
C'est nous on vaut rien, c'est nous on fout rien, c'est nous on n'a rien, mais on n'a pas pitié de nous-mêmes.
July the 18th, 2015, 19th edition of Ecrans Noirs, taking place at the Yaounde Conference Center in Cameroon. Ifaana, Qualar, Valery, Dulafe are there live reporting for Apex One Radio with the coordination of Ernest, Kanjo, Gracie Boise, Ain't, Maxel, Ajik. At exactly 8 minutes to 6, we should be 8 minutes to 11 in Yaounde. Let us move back to the conference center where Valery is back on the line. Hello, Valery, over to you.
Thank you very much, Ernest, Kanjo. Once more, we are back at the Yaounde Conference Center, where everything is hiking up. Right now, Ernest, it is almost getting to end time for this ceremony. But it should be noticed that we are actually coming to the end. Ifaana, it's actually getting to the end of today's ceremony. People are still watching the film of the hall, the main hall down here.
You have $6.11. Please enter the telephone you wish to dial.
Okay, apparently we have technical issues there. We will get back to Valery Dulafe, who is covering the 19th episode of Ecrans Noirs Film Festival in Yaounde, Cameroon. Okay, let's have some music, then we'll be right back.
Laisse-toi aimer ça.
Okay, beautiful music coming to you from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Then we are celebrating African cinema via the Ecrans Noirs Film Festival that is taking place in Cameroon's political capital, Yaounde. Of course, we're doing the opening ceremony, and at this moment, Timbuktu, which is the opening film, is being screened in the main hall of the Yaounde Conference Center, and in the next couple of minutes it will be the end of that screening, which will also mark the end of this opening ceremony out there at the Yaounde Conference Center. We're doing everything to go back there where our reporters Ifaana, Qualar and Valery Dulafe have been on standby, and of course giving us live commentaries from that end. Okay, it's exactly 6 p.m. here. It should be 11 p.m. In Yaounde. And Marcel, what time is it there in Valsouch, Switzerland?
Yes, Ernest.
Yes, what time is it over there in Switzerland?
It's midnight, exactly midnight here in Switzerland. Huh? And I think everybody's already almost asleep here.
Are you 1 hour ahead of Cameroon?
Yeah, exactly. 1 hour ahead of Cameroon and 2 hours ahead of the Greenwich Mean Time.
All right.
All right.
Okay. I hear this year. Normally there are film projections throughout the week. As from tomorrow, we will have film projections every evening, and usually they project films at the Goethe Institute, the French Cultural Center, and this year we hear some films were projected at the Cameroon Cultural Center, which has just been reopened. And usually, Marcel, these films are projected free of charge. That is, the doors are wide open for members of the public to come sit down and watch the films. But this year, it's different, and people will have to be chipping in some few CFA francs to watch films.
I mean, what is that going to benefit reason, or why are they? Why is the change this year?
Well, I'll come back to that. Looks like Yaounde is on the line. Valery Dulafe, are you on the line?
Yes, Ernest Kanjo, I am on the line 5 on 5, and right now we are almost getting through to today's ceremony. But as I earlier on mentioned to you, Ernest Kanjo, it is all about the film projection that is gradually drawing the curtains here tonight. People are still about to conclude on what is actually making this year's opening ceremony of the Cameroon through the film. And as I was saying, Ernest Kanjo, before, the lines actually broke off on us. It is an occasion for me to talk about the sidelines here at the Yaounde Conference Center. So now, the first sideline that we can know.
Hello, Valery.
Photographers are actually making the ceremony an interesting one here tonight. It is an occasion for them to actually put what they have, like pictures, to they actually snapping those people, giving them snapshots to immortalize this event. So it is all about business for them. We have, I can see about, from what I'm standing, I have about 4 or 5 of them who actually portraying pictures, instant pictures. When you snap them, you have them on spot. So it is about bringing out this business part of the Ecrans Noirs. It's not only about watching the movie for today. It is also about bringing out this aspect of our business and culture line in line. So we have photographers here who have actually portrayed photos, snapshots of those that they took early on enough, either on table, either on the floor. They are parading their pictures for people to see, recognize their faces, and collect their photos before going home. So maybe I should make a rough estimate about those that I can see here. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 photographers who are actually making today's event a memorable one. So, Ernest, aside from that, we talk about this idea of security. You know, the Yaounde Conference Center is a little bit far from town, and I just happened to notice outside some 4 men in uniform. It is policemen. They call them in French, au gardien. They are standing outside and actually securing the area with heavy arms and weapons, making sure that nothing unusual goes on here today. So security has been put in place. They are outside where the cars have been parked, so as not to allow some people maybe to march into people's cars. Those are people who came in with luxurious cars, because when you look outside, it is like a gallery for cars. It is like an exhibition for cars. Every car is parked out as we are speaking. Cars that you can't even imagine could run the streets of Cameroon. These cars are packed out. So it is about time that the forces of law and order actually put some order here so as to secure the cars of those who are in here. So police were deployed to actually ensure not only the security of people in this ceremony, but also the security of their cars, so that they could go back home without any hitches. Well, Ernest, Kanjo, everything is great out here. It is like a trade fair here at the Yaounde Conference Center. I must say, everybody is busy. Exhibitions are here and there. We have exhibitions of posters talking about film shot in Cameroon, documentary shot in Cameroon. The partners of Ecrans Noirs for this year. When I look down also the workshop seminars that are going to be organized in the days ahead. When I look down also, I see so many people dressed gorgeously, suits. The traditional as well as the party attires to take part in this ceremony. So it is a ceremony rich. It is a diverse ceremony, rich in all its forms. I want to say rich in all its forms. We have here today African unity being portrayed with the love of great guys there. I can see Muslims as well as Christians, as well as Africans merging with Americans, with Mexicans, with people who came, lovers from cinema. It's not only about Cameroon. It is the world at large, Ernest Kanjo, as I was saying. Everybody is here, not for religious purposes, not for political purposes, but for cultural purposes, Ernest Kanjo, greatly.
Yes, Valery, we are about to run off this special broadcast. Do you have some people out there who could make their voices heard in this special live broadcast? Do you see some actors, some film directors out there who can at least say a word?
Okay, yes, Ernest Kanjo, I will be taking some people here just as to make you understand that they are actually here in today's program. It is time for us to take some film actors here at the Yaounde Conference Center. Let me get closer to some 2 actresses that I've just spotted, Ernest Kanjo. They are from the Cameroon Actors Agency. They're actually French speaking. They're going to be talking to us today. Time for them to meet us here where I'm actually standing, representing Apex One Radio. And it is about time that we get closer to them. So let me fetch them off from the hall. I'm getting close to them. Okay, yes, they spotted me. It is time for us to let me take them out so as not to disturb those who are doing the film. Alors, Stephanie Jones, voilà. We are going to be taking the interview in French. Stephanie Jones, you are live
at the radio, the United States Radio, Afrique One Radio, here in the United States of America. Ecrans Noirs, voilà, vous êtes là ce soir avec Marie-Inès Ayonga ce soir. Nous sommes en direct aux États-Unis. Alors, Marie, bon, Stéphane, hein? Comment ça s'appelle Marie-Inès, ou bien Inès Ayonga, voilà, Afrique Camerounais, voilà, Ecrans Noirs ce soir. Alors, what are your sentiments? On commence d'abord avec toi.
Allô, bonsoir, je suis Marie-Inès Ayonga, actrice de cinéma camerounaise. Nous sommes là présentement en pleine projection à l'ouverture solennelle des Ecrans de la 9e édition. Ça se passe bien, la projection est cool, il y a du monde et puis voilà.
Alors, Ernest, Kanjo, il faut rappeler, hein, voilà, elle est toute seule ce soir. Et toujours Marie-Inès, voilà, actrice camerounaise. Alors, dès qu'on jette notre regard cinéma camerounais, alors, est-ce que tu es satisfait comme actrice?
Oui, c'est vrai, je peux dire que je suis satisfaite parce que actuellement au Cameroun, le cinéma est en train de prendre de l'ampleur. Les gens s'y intéressent déjà et on fait du bon cinéma actuellement, rien à voir avec le français, on peut dire.
Merci, on peut lancer comme ça là, un petit message à tous les auditeurs qui nous écoutent aux États-Unis pour le moment. Est-ce qu'on peut dire fièrement, n'est-ce pas, fermement, que notre cinéma est en train de prendre de l'ampleur?
Oui, on peut dire fièrement que le cinéma camerounais est en train de prendre de l'ampleur et j'invite les médias des pays du monde entier à se connecter en direct comme ce soir et à être vraiment au courant du cinéma camerounais. On en a vraiment besoin. Merci.
Thank you very much. Ernest Kanjo, as most have gotten from her International Day, Cameroonian cinema, hey, she's very, very proud to say that our Cameroonian cinema is out. It is ready for us to actually take Cameroonian cinema to the next level. And she's proud to be here today. Occasions such as this one, Ecrans Noirs, is an initiative to be congratulated. Alors, Stéphanie Adjon, bonsoir.
Bonsoir. Moi, c'est Marie-Stéphanie Adjon, actrice camerounaise, originaire de la région de Cameroun. Je dis bonsoir à tous mes compatriotes résidant aux États-Unis, partout dans le monde entier, au Cameroun en particulier.
Voilà, Stéphanie Adjon, actrice depuis combien d'années?
Je dirais une dizaine d'années aujourd'hui. Ça fait pratiquement 10 ans, voilà.
Voilà, précision, hein. We look at the Cameroon film industry, la précision, n'est-ce pas? Vous êtes des actrices francophones, voilà. Et qu'on regarde, votre milieu est en train de faire le buzz, comme on dit, n'est-ce pas?
Oui, c'est vrai. Le cinéma camerounais a beaucoup évolué, hein, parce que si on rentre dans les années antérieures, on rentre peut-être 10-15 ans en arrière, vous allez constater que le cinéma d'aujourd'hui n'est pas le cinéma d'hier. Il a fait prendre de l'envol et le cinéma aujourd'hui, on peut dire qu'il nourrit déjà son nom parce que les gens travaillent. C'est un peu, c'est comme, on va se retrouver un peu comme au Ghana, comme au Nigeria, comme en Angola aussi, parce qu'ils sont très forts aussi en matière de cinéma africain. Je dis, le cinéma camerounais, vraiment, il est là, c'est quelque chose à apprécier. J'invite tous mes compatriotes aux États-Unis, en Europe, en Asie, en Amérique du Sud, en Amérique latine, en Afrique, vraiment. J'implore tous ces gens d'encourager au cinéma camerounais, de regarder, d'acheter et de venir dans des festivals tels que les Ecrans Noirs, parce que c'est un festival africain qui valorise le cinéma africain. Voilà.
Thank you very much, Stéphanie Adjon, and we hope to see you in the next days before, comment dire, la clôture des Ecrans Noirs. We will still be here also.
Ouais, je vais rester là jusqu'à la clôture des Ecrans Noirs parce que je viens de Douala, alors je suis là et je vais savourer tout le festival, tout le village du festival, durant toute la semaine, jusqu'au 25 jours de la clôture des Ecrans Noirs. Je crois qu'on va encore ensemble. Merci.
Thank you very much. Les amis sont dames pour ce soir. Merci à vous, Marie-Inès Ayonga et Stéphanie Adjon. Alors, Ernest Kanjo, j'espère que le français n'était pas vraiment tout le monde pour vous, n'est-ce pas?
Pas du tout. Pas du tout, Valérie.
Well, as we say in Cameroon, Cameroon is a bilingual country.
Definitely.
And we are very happy to be here at the 19th edition of Ecrans Noirs. It is a blessing. Those were two top Cameroonian athletes who talked to us today. I wanted just to show you the diversity in nature of the Ecrans Noirs. You know, when we talk about Ecrans Noirs, we bring together, because they actually drove all the way from Douala to take part in this year's ceremony. So we have practically 4 to 5 days of intense work to be done. And when I take interviews of people who are actually invited to take part in deliberations when it comes to enhancing and developing the film sector here in Kanjo. Ifaana just stepped out, and she is having a tete-a-tete with some tests so as to prepare some offline articles that will be published in the days ahead. But for now, as I earlier told you, everything is put in place. Everything is said here in Kanjo. But people are boiling down, as minutes are boiling down to seconds boiling down to the end of today's ceremony. Ecrans Noirs is entering the launching phase for today. A soirée d'ouverture, opening ceremony of Ecrans Noirs. We are getting gradually but steadily to the end of today's program in Kanjo.
Hours have boiled down to minutes. Minutes are boiling down to seconds. And of course, seconds will be boiling down to the end of this event. Valery, perhaps before we leave you, I also understand that the Ecrans Noirs has what we call a festival village. Where is this situated this year? And could you just paint a decor of that festival village if you've made a stop over there, Valery?
Yes, that is a good question. And the village is all about the Yaounde Cameroon May Boulevard. That was the village set for this year's ceremony. And when we talk about a village, it is not for you to travel all the way to the midtown to go to a remote area. No, when we talk about a village, for those who actually know what the cultural events look like, it is where cultural activities are taking place, where you can either buy films, where you can either go to have press conferences from different directors or movie makers, where you could go ask questions from partners who are actually accompanying this Ecrans Noirs festival, where you could go and test some delicacies, because when we talk about all these activities, we talk about food, and being an African man, being a Cameroonian man, trust me, Ernest Kanjo. When we talk about food, I know what African food tastes like. So that is what we have here in at the village. You need to call it the village square, because I like using that word. Right. And during the evening, Ernest Kanjo, we are thrilled with performances from different artists. So it is that village. It is what makes Ecrans Noirs. That village creates entertainment. I say infotainment. For those people who want to use the jargon, information and entertainment. You go there to be informed, at the same time you go there to be entertained. And now, food delicacies, drinks are being sold alongside all these, and people are actually competing either for best karaoke, for best dances, for best our work of art, literary works. Everything is at the village of the festival. So that is, in general, that is what the village offers the population of Yaounde. And it is, to get in there, it is free of charge. Those of you want to go get in there, but for you to sit and actually watch, be a live performance, you need to get either a bottle of drink or maybe a ticket in a restaurant, nearby restaurant, to actually savor and enjoy what is actually taking place when it comes to entertainment.
Okay, Valery, we are gradually but steadily moving to the end of this broadcast session as well. At the moment, what is going on now is the movie that has been projected also driving to its end.
Let me take a look at the hall. The hall is still dark because it is an hour 30 minutes of film. So we might not be able to go right to the end of this movie because it is taking up a lot of time. And as I told you, Ernest Kanjo, the film is it's not in English, not in French. It is a film that is translated, it's subtitled. It is a film that is the language is not versed with the Cameroonian population. So this sometimes it's taken a little bit of time for Cameroonians to really understand. As you know, either some people find it very difficult to understand because I'm getting those side comments here and now. But it's a little bit difficult for some people to understand, and that explains why you could find some people maybe getting restless or maybe moving out of the hall. But in all, people are trying to read the translated version, as I put it below the screen. And you know, it's not always that easy to actually get out the subtitles if you're not really like strong with the eyes. So there are some people who are virtually impaired. Those people who cannot see from afar. So they're actually like complaining, hey, we can't understand the language has been portrayed, and we can't witness it. So they're actually asking, hey, what is actually going on, what is the film all about, and everything. But in all, the film is a great film. We're talking about, the storyline is quite nice. You know, in a village setting, Morocco, where people, how they live their lives, how you see women living their lives alongside their husbands, what actually makes activity there when it comes to these particular people. So we are gradually learning about the culture of these people, getting in contact with a unique culture here at the Yaounde Conference Center. Now, all is well. That is gradually ending well, and it's Kanjo. If we do not come back to you at this particular point in time, I'd like to know that everything is ended on well here at the Yaounde Conference Center, because from every indication, it is still a very, very long way to go. It's a very, very long way to go here at the Yaounde Conference Center. But we will take leave of you if there are not questions anymore in this country. If there are no more questions.
Valery, certainly no more questions. We want to thank you so much. We will be back with you, on Wednesday. We'll be back with you on Wednesday for what would have been happening in this edition of Ecrans Noirs. Then probably on Sunday we are going to do another live broadcast for the closing ceremony. So we want to thank you so much, Valery Dulafe, and of course Ifaana, Qualar, our reporters out there in Yaounde, who covered the 19th edition of the Ecrans Noirs Film Festival live. I'm talking about the opening ceremony of that event live from the Yaounde Conference Center. So thank you so much, Valery. Thank you so much, Ifaana, Qualar. It was a fantastic one out there. And
want to commend the effort of these two reporters, gentlemen, the gentleman and lady, who are at the red carpets of the Ecrans Noirs this evening now.
That was a fantastic one. Gracie Boise, just how did you find our reports from Yaounde?
Wonderful. They did a beautiful, beautiful job. You know, I'm not too vested with the film industry, so I decided to keep quiet, just to listen to them. I was actually
it was a school for you, so you were learning.
Yes.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you were learning, and I believe you've learned quite much as far as this Ecrans Noirs Film Festival is concerned. So, Maximo...
Yes, it has been a very, very a powerful one for Apex One Radio, doing twin broadcasts from Switzerland, from Yaounde, from our studios in Ohio, and I mean it's what we call technical, the digital age meeting Apex One.
Sure, Maxwell.
Right. We're using all our mediums to reach our listeners, and it's a commendable effort that we are here at Apex One Radio. I think we have to blow our own trumpet. We have to
across the continent.
Right.
Exactly. Before we go, stars of the African and international music industry came out in full force tonight in KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa, for the 5th uplifting edition of the MTV Africa Music Award KwaZulu-Natal. And saluting and championing African music culture and achievement, Mama, as it's fondly called, Mama 2015 brought the continent together for a massive celebration of contemporary music and creativity, including electrifying performances, collaborations, and awards, as well as presentation. The big winners of the night included Nigerian stars Yemi Alade and Davido, who took home the Best Male and Best Female awards, respectively.
Wow.
While hip
Let's
hop,
clap for Gracie Boise.
while hip hop star Casper snapped the Best Hip Hop Award, Coco Master D'banj won the Mama Evolution Award, a new category honoring established artists who have made an indelible mark on African and global music culture, taking African music to new territories around the world, pushed the boundaries of creativity and shaped the soundscape of contemporary Africa. So let's look at the rundown of the winners of this fifth edition of the 2015 MTV Music African Music Award. Best Female, Yemi Alade, Nigeria. Best Male, Davido, Nigeria. Best Group, P Square, Nigeria.
Wow.
Best New Act transformed by...
Niger hip hop.
Go ahead.
Okay, Best Hip Hop, Casper Youth Vest, South Africa. Best Collaboration, aka Bonner Boy, Dallas and Junior, All Eyes on Me. That is from South Africa. They are from South Africa and Nigeria doing a collaboration. Song of the Year, The Marvins with Doro Buti. That's from Nigeria.
That was a nice one too. I like that one. That's a nice one.
Best Live Act was from the Diamond Platinums from Tanzania. Video of the Year was Nafukwa Ricky Rick with director Adrian Lowe. Best Pop and Alternative, Jeremy Loops from South Africa. Best Francophone, DJ Arafat, Ivory Coast. Best Lusophone, Ari from Angola. Personality of the Year award went to Trevor Noir from South Africa. And the Mama Evolution Award went to Coco Master D'banj from Nigeria. Best International, Nicki Minaj, Artist of the Decade. P Square, MTV Base Leadership Award went to Sarah Kaba Jones and Mavundla. Those were the electrifying performances this evening at the 5th edition of the MTV African Music Award, which took place today, 18th of July 2015 in KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa.
And I must say, the event rounded off just a few hours ago. It should be less than 2 hours ago, I guess.
Yes, it's the event rounded up less than 2 hours ago, and there's still performances. There's some backstage performances going on now in the. There in at the Durban Alley or somewhere there, and it's also there. They also it's the 5th edition, and they're also celebrating the birthday of Nelson Mandela.
Oh, Papa Africa!
That was a wonderful coincidence.
Yes, very wonderful coincidence. Maxwell. Hello,
yes.
I'm not being tribalistic here. I think those Nigeria guys are not doing badly, right?
Well, if they are representing the continent positively,
thank you.
I mean, I think the MTV award is meant to uplift the African continent.
Awesome.
So, I mean, if there are people who have shown this creativity, be it in contemporary music, and I mean, we see no need that they are not uplifted across Africa. I mean, it's a wonderful. I mean, it's a celebration for all Africans.
We are proud.
all the nominees to have been nominated for the to the MTV award means recognition. We have, for example, we have from Cameroon. We have Cameroon had a nominee for best collaboration, Stanley Eno, and also a nominee for francophone rap, Jovi
The best
was
DJ
nominated for francophone rap from Cameroon. But being nominated already is a mark of recognition. I consider a mark of recognition, and that these are people who have excelled and beyond the boundaries. They have pushed their creativity beyond the boundaries, and I mean, they're shaping the African continent.
Proud.
Yeah, definitely an
Africa
MTV a Mama nomination is a very, very big thing. Last year,
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Stanley won the prize,
I wish. I mean,
that's
all
good.
the artists who were there and who have been nominated should join this as a means of a celebration. This motivates the young artists who are coming to also evolve in this evolve in their creativity, and also gives them motivation in what they are doing. They're looking forward to also receiving the Mama Award come 2016.
Right. Wow, that's fantastic. Marcel, thank you so much for that instant commentary
Rundown.
and, of course, announcement from what has just transpired from Mama. And it's only on Apex One Radio. Thank you.
It's only about
so much.
Apex One Radio that you get all the breaking news and everything is happening here. I mean, it has been a wonderful evening with all of you in the studios out there in Ohio, and I've been here in the studios in Switzerland with our correspondents in Cameroon and all other. I mean, we are a whole big team with a lot of people on all other social media platforms trying to put things together so that we get the best of news and best of reports this evening. And it's been a wonderful team that has been doing everything. The engineers who have been making sure that everything has been running well this evening. I think we've had a hitch-free coverage today from for this event. It's a live event, and you know how live events comes with its own difficulties.
Definitely. It's been a hitch-free one to cover a live event with little or no technical issues. It means that we really did a great job. Thank you so much, Maxel. I want to thank this whole big team. I want to thank our face of Apex One Radio, Edith Piquois. Thank you so much, Solomon Atta. Thank you, Titus Banyo. Thank you so much, Ifaana and Valery, who did a fantastic job from Cameroon. Gracie Boise, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, and thank you too.
Maxel, thank you immensely. We are going to leave our listeners with some comments by our resource person, Ken Shali-Monet, with whom we spoke earlier. And our discussion was centered around film festivals, just how important are they to the film landscape. So we're going to leave our listeners in the company of that little talk with Ken Shali-Monet. Thereafter, we asked them to keep listening to Apex One Radio and, of course, enjoy the rest of the Sunday. For those of you out there who are already into Sunday, and for those of us here who are still doing Saturday, enjoy the rest of the summer Saturday. And Maxel, until we meet again, I think it's bye-bye from this end.
Bye, Maxwell.
Yes, bye-bye.
And
Bye.
thank you guys for listening. And you guys have a wonderful weekend. And always listen to Apex One Radio.
All right, always listen to Apex One Radio and listen to Ken Shali-Monet in this short talk we had prior to this live broadcast. We want to say bye-bye for now.
Bye.
And see you again. Okay, Ken Shali-Monet, good evening and welcome to this special broadcast session devoted to the live coverage of the Ecrans Noirs Film Festival that is currently taking place in Yaounde, Cameroon.
Thank you once more, Mr. Ernest, and it's always my pleasure as resource person number one.
So, how is Minnesota today?
Well, not too bad. Nice weather, nice day, so everything is going good.
Definitely is a nice weather in Cameroon's political capital, Yaounde, as well. And of course, nice day because one of the biggest film festivals on the African continent is currently going on. Ken, I would like us to talk about film festivals. You are a film person, and the first question I'm going to ask you, are film festivals necessary? Are they important?
Thank you. Very great question, Mr. Ernest. And I usually have to start. I first of all have to say, in order to feel anything, you need strength. Strength for any task, strength to withstand any pressure, strength to find the solution to any problem.
Il y avait la joie, oh yeah. Autant de poignées, oh. Il y avait la paix, oh. Autant de poignées, oh. Il y avait la joie, oh yeah. Autant de poignées, oh. Il y avait l'argent, oh.
Okay, Ken, Shali, Monet, good evening and welcome to this special broadcast session devoted to the live coverage of the Ecrans Noirs Film Festival that is currently taking place in Yaounde, Cameroon.
Thank you once more, Mr. Ernest, and it's always my pleasure as resource person number one.
So, how is Minnesota today?
Well, not too bad. Nice weather, nice day, so everything is going good.
Definitely is a nice weather in Cameroon's political capital, Yaounde, as well. And of course, nice day because one of the biggest film festivals on the African continent is currently going on. Ken, I would like us to talk about film festivals. You are a film person. And the first question I'm going to ask you, are film festivals necessary? Are they important?
Thank you. Very great question, Mr. Ernest. And I usually have to start. I first of all have to say, in order to feel anything, you need strength. Strength for any task, strength to withstand any pressure, strength to find the solution to any problem.
Right.
Because strength to us is very close to us as even our breath that we take. I cannot stress much more the importance of film festivals as filmmakers, because it is extremely, definitely important. And for you to call me on this program right now to talk about the Ecrans Noirs that is about to take place in Cameroon, a program that runs for about a week, I bet you it is extremely great and important, and it is highly needed, because this is what helps with the exposure of everything that we do as filmmakers. And we come together to understand ourselves, to work together for a productive Cameroon film industry.
I was going to think, just like a lay person, that films are meant to be watched on TV, and once you watch them, okay, that's it. So why do you need a film festival to expose movies?
Well, definitely as a lay person, I will not blame any person for thinking as such. But you cannot do a movie production. It's just like, for example, we have Apex Radio today. You cannot listen to one session now and say that is it, it's done. Okay. Apex Radio is there not only to help filmmakers, but it is also there to help us, to moralize us, to teach us certain things that helps us in our day-to-day life. So which means it should be a part and parcel of us and should be celebrated and glorified every single moment of our lives. So that is exactly the same thing with doing these film festivals. It's not only about watching these films at homes. It's about the impact that these films are created in the society. What about the people who did not have the opportunity to watch these movies? Film festival will obviously give them the opportunity. What about the fact that those who watch the movies at home have never met with any of these actors and actresses or these producers who produce these beautiful movies that they love? Film festival will give them that opportunity. Taking pictures, putting them out there, talking about their presence, and meeting with that actor or actress physically, it helps a lot. And this is definitely what helps to make our movie industry more globalized and more attained and more achieved and more understood and more welcome into the society of movie making.
All right, Ken, the Ecrans Noirs Film Festival, like I said, is one of the most prestigious on the African continent, and it is taking place in your country, Cameroon. Do you have any special feelings as regards that?
Well, definitely my feelings is extremely optimistic and high because one, not only the fact that I'm a filmmaker, but because of the fact that I'm a full supporter of anything that unifies us. If this is an opportunity where it is going to bring us as filmmakers together to try to talk and find a common goal on how to better our baby industry, definitely I'm for it. Anything that can help promote our industry, that can help make it known, that can help our actors and actresses to grow, definitely I'm for it. And I definitely want to praise those who have taken this initiative to come up with this great film festival so that our films can be talked of physically and presently and in the face of the entire audience.
One of the most important components of any film festival is film competition. So a couple of movies are selected and these movies compete, within the festival. And usually a jury is set up to run this particular aspect of a film festival. Ken, first question, who should be a member of a film competition jury?
First and foremost, definitely we want film experts to be members of such a jury because they'll have a better judgment of your movies when you present them. But again, I will also want to say that when we are selecting panel members to go and judge these movies, another important factor which have been neglected, which I think is very important, is that we should at least bring in a member of the audience. The audience who has nothing to do, a layman completely, like you said earlier, if we bring Mr. Ernest Kanjo onto the table as a lay person when it comes to movie production, just as a person who consumes what we produce, it is very good. The reason why it is good is because we are producing this movie for these people and we need their input. We need their judgment. We need them to stand and tell us what they think, because whatever we are producing, it is for them to consume. And obviously, a businessman's main policy is that he has the customer comes first.
Right.
So the satisfaction of this customer is much more important than even the movie producers and the actors and the actresses.
Right.
So for me, I think that if they bring in a member of a layman from the audience to be a part of the panel, that would be a very great initiative.
Of recent, a lot of worries have been expressed on the voting procedure in many film competitions. Tell me what is